Chapel for Star King School for the Ministry. Please take this 5-minute opportunity to center, to quiet the chatter in your brain, in your heart, the chatter in your body. Be present. Welcome. Welcome to chapel. We're so glad you joined us. Welcome, beloveds. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. We give a big shout out to Matthew Waterman, who put together this 5-minute welcome centering loop. Thank you, Matthew. The co-creators of Chapel this morning are Tucker Culbertson, Erica Cunningham, Risha Williams, myself, Pastor Jacqueline, Matthew Waterman, and behind the scenes, twisting and turning and connecting, is the Dean of Students, Reverend Chris Shaleen. Thanks to all the thought, the energy that went into this service. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to Star King School for the Ministry, First Tuesday Chapel.
Welcome. For thousands of years, hundreds of generations, the Lashon Ohlone people have lived on the land that is now known as the East Bay in the San Francisco Bay Area, cultivating reciprocal relations with the plants and animals they share the place with. The Lashon are made up of the 6 nations that were directly enslaved at Mission San Jose in Fremont, California, and Mission Dolores in San Francisco, California. Star King School for the Ministry is based in Huichin, in unceded Lashon territory, now known as Oakland, California. Having survived over 2 centuries of genocide and colonization during Spanish, Mexican, and American eras, the Lashon Ohlone continue to inhabit, protect, and care for their ancestral homeland. We ask you, each and all, to ask and hear the story of the land and its people where you are breathing and being today. And I invite my colleague, Lucretia.
Welcome to February Chapel. We honor our many observances such as Black History Month and Imbolc and the beginning of Lent. Let us turn our minds to the vehicle of our consciousness, our body, and its substance. Our bodies have lived a lot since we were last together. Let our bodies know that this is our sacred time to hold space for all of our being at once. Let us remember that we are earth, sky, fire, and water combined. Earth, sky, fire, and water are already here with us. Please gather your flames and join us as we light them together. Our chalice lighting this chalice is one public symbol of Unitarian Universalism, a faith path that some of us share. Please join me in saying the Star King chalice lighting words. The words are in our chat. With the kindling of this flame, we affirm our commitment to accept life's gifts with grace and gratitude, and to use them to bless the world with the spirit of love. I invite Erica and Tucker to light our red and white candles.
The white and the red candles are a tradition created to accompany the chalice lighting by our Emerita President, Rebecca Parker. The white candle symbolizes violence, suffering, and death, and serves as a reminder that we do gather in a time of war.
The red candle symbolizes the abiding reality of love and the shared work to restore the human community and the earth to wholeness and harmony. I will now invite the group. At this time, I'll invite the group to join in to sing what was once from pagan history, the ingathering chant. And I will do this in a way where I will just sing it through once in the arrangement that I saw on the UUA website from Dr. Rideout, and then openly invite the cacophony of sound and invite all of you to unmute your voices. And how we will do it as I will sing it once through, and then we'll do it 4 times, one for each direction. and then invite you all to unmute yourselves. So the version that I like just goes like this. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. So we'll just sing that over 4 times. It doesn't matter where you come in, it's the cacophony of sound. This is really about just inviting all of our voices into lift up this space. So as you see fit and are willing and able, just unmute yourselves and we'll go like this. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the water, the fire, the air, return, return, return. The water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Let's just do it 4 more times. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return,
Fire,
return.
air,
The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, return, return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Thank you.
I now offer this altar in silence. Can you highlight the altar? Thank you. We will now bring prayer for the earth and calling the directions.
O great spirit of the east, radiance of the rising sun, spirit of new beginnings, O grandfather fire, great nuclear fire of the sun, power of life energy, vital spark, power to see far and to imagine with boldness, power to purify our senses, our hearts, and our mind.
Oh, great spirit of the West, spirit of the great waters, of rain, rivers, lakes, and springs. Oh, grandmother ocean, deep matrix, womb of all life, power to dissolve boundaries, to release holdings, power to taste and to feel, to cleanse and to heal. Great blissful darkness of peace.
Oh, great spirit of the north, invisible spirit of the air and of the fresh, cool winds. Oh, vast and boundless grandfather sky. Your living breath animates all life. Yours is the power of clarity and strength, power to hear the inner sounds, to sweep out the old patterns, and to bring change and challenge, the ecstasy of movement and the dance.
O great spirit of the South, join us, protector of the fruitful land and of all green and growing things, the noble trees and grasses, grandmother earth, soul of nature, great power of the receptive, of nurturance and endurance, power to grow and bring forth flowers of the fields and fruits of the garden, east, west, north, and south. May we be aligned with your powers. May your powers flow through us. May we use our powers for the good of earth and all creatures.
Awaken, spirit of the earth, I feel you grow in me. Awaken, spirit of the earth, I feel you grow in me. Awaken, spirit of the wind, I feel you blow in me. Awaken, spirit of the wind, I feel you blow in me. I am home. I am home. I am home. Awaken, spirit of the rain, I feel you flow in me. Awaken, spirit of the rain, I feel you flow in me. I am home. I am home.
Hello, school. Hello, semester. Hello, February. Hello, rabbit year. Hello, Black History Month. Hello, Black legacies. Hello, African futures. Hello, we gather far together and close apart again. Today, under the sign of earth, water, fire, and sky. I will begin with the words of a prophet. I believe that Aang can save the world. These are the words of the prophet Katara of the Southern Water Tribe, the narrator and protagonist of the television program Avatar: The Last Airbender. In Avatar, all human beings belong to one of four groups: the Fire Nation, the Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribe, or the Air Nomads. And each of these groups of people has an affinity for and a fidelity to the element that their name bears. They're frequently in opposition, one with another, one with all others. But what is clear fairly quickly is that two very weird things are true. Even though they're seemingly opposed, they're actually alternates of one another. They are each identical to one another as a group of individuals going through changes, going through living, going through being a people. They are identical to one another differently. And they are also only whole altogether. They are, like our reality is, only whole when earth, air, water, fire are in some balance. Now, it turns out that the cosmology of Avatar here is like very well founded and also widely found in human religious cultures, in Hinduism and Taoism, in Buddhism, in ancient Greek, which is, let's recall, a traditional indigenous religion. All of reality was thought to be composed of one of those four essences: earth, sky, fire, or water. Well, and subsequently, even today, much more sophisticated theories of matter don't speak of essences of nature, but rather of phases of matter. Right? There is solid, there is liquid, there is gas, and there is plasma. And that post-Enlightenment excellence sounds very much like the cosmology of Avatar to me. What this has brought to mind when I went out to seek a word for this circle under these signs was to see that not only are we each as a persons and as peoples, and not only our whole religious traditions, and not only are we all whole together when we can do the work of balance as differently identical to one another, but also even the distinction I might be tempted to draw between earth honoring indigenous wisdom on one hand and imperial doctrinal religion on the other, even that distinction falls away, like the distinction between the tribe and the nation and the kingdom. Because it turns out that to be earth honoring is to honor water, fire, sky. And there is no possibility of an earthly religion that is not honoring, even in its blasphemy and dishonor. It landed on me powerfully today as I did what I do in the mornings that I call prayer, remembering myself to God and God to myself. I was washing my hands and feet and I thought, oh, the water. And that made me take a deep breath. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's two of them. That's the sky. And so then I thought I was having something cool happen. So I said, and I put my hand on my chest and I felt the warmth of my skin and the vibration of my sternum as I said, there was the fire. And I wondered where the earth was when I licked my lips and I noticed the salt and realized, of course, as my colleague Lucretia said in the beginning, our vehicle is all these elements. So just as the directions are the seasons, are the elements, are the colors, we are them part and whole. And our bodies are the prophecy. And I'm honored to have learned that lesson from my colleagues and to have brought it forward for what it's worth to this circle. Thank you.
Ashe, dear colleague Tucker. Ashe for that word. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, fire, my spirit. The author of these elemental words is unknown. I use them with respect and prayerfully as a holy invitation to all of us to turn our attention to meditation, to prayer, to attune our spirit to that vibration that is centered in something that is so big, so wonderful, so real, so magical, therefore challenging to hold. While in this transcendent space, I ask you to hug your flesh. Come on, you can do it, even on Zoom. Give yourself a hug. Hug your flesh. Please sense your earthiness. Imagine the flow of your blood, the flow of your breath, and the fire, the temperature of your spirit in this very moment, in the place where you are. First, we pause to send our collective compassion and mercy to the people in Turkey and Syria. Breathe in, breathe out. Spirits of north, south, east, and west, thank you for your powers to bless and the power to heal us. Yellow glow of the full moon just passed. Thank you for lighting up the sky's night with a symphony of luminous stars and sheer wonder. We give thanks for the playfulness of Groundhog Day alongside the seriousness, the bitterness, and the joy of Black History Month and futures. In the advent of Lent, breathe in, breathe out. This month, like every month, the good, the bad, and the ugly weaves an interconnected web that binds and bites and stings and kills. We pause holding a mountain of high emotions and lofty thoughts to give each of us and all of us time for our hungry souls to acknowledge in the chat and in the silent sanctuaries of our hearts, our joys, our sorrows, our hopes, our dreams, even if you're so bold, your fears. Earth, our bodies, water, our blood, air, our breath, fire, our spirit. Breathe in, breathe out. May all creatures know peace. If you wish to have a pastoral care session with Pastor Jacqueline, please request that too in the chat, and I will be in touch with you within 48 hours. A moment of quiet that you might put in the chat or just acknowledge in your own heart, whatever needs to be brought up. Our quiet will be broken by words from Dr. Ibrahim Parajaje. A moment of quiet.
We can't study that core of religions that I call the Hagar and Sarah religions, as opposed to the Abrahamic traditions, because there's something exciting about dealing with religious traditions that descend from a brown, single-parent, homeless mother wandering around in the desert, Hagar. You can't study those traditions separately. Well, maybe those, Hagar, Sarah religions are actually really connected to earth-based religious traditions. Maybe there's not this incredible wall of difference, and not falling to the other side saying like, oh, we're all the same, we don't have to talk about any difference, but looking into the heart of the differences to see also where artificial walls have been constructed. Because if you're, wandering around the desert, circumambulating a building in the desert, and water is very central, there's something very earth-based about that, no matter what you want to call it. Or if you're climbing up on a mountain at 4:15 in the morning to receive the gift of the sacred text from the Holy One and blowing a ram's horn and burning a fire, that's kind of, where I come from, that's also very earth-based too.
My beloved school, it is good and it is hard and it is sweet and it is bitter as ash to say with you in this circle that this Thursday will be the Urs, the anniversary of Provost Parajaje, Ibrahim Baba's union with the beloved. He lives. He lives. He loves. And in recognizing the teaching on the Hagar and Sarah religions just named, in recognizing the fractal holism of the peoples of Avatar and the religious traditions, and even that chasm between imperial religious doctrines and traditional indigenous wisdom, even recognizing that there is holism and fractal pattern there where each part is the whole, but also each part can only be fully when joined with all the others. In that moment, I am blessed with the living, ongoing teaching of Ibrahim Baba, that multi-religiosity in his sensibility is a particular counter-oppressive method. it roots our school, our community, and I give deep and rich and weird and wild thanks and lament jealously for his and the beloved's closeness to one another. Ooh.
Thank you, Tucker, for the two-part homily. So let's now revisit the Earth Chant song. Again, I will invite all of you to join in, unmute yourselves. Let's embrace the cacophony of sound that we can create with just our voices. So we'll do just the 4 rounds now to signal for each direction. So let's go. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Final. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Thank you all. Lucretia.
I invite you into a moment of community reflection. You may type in the chat or unmute yourself, and we like to hear from you. Tell us how earth, sky, water, fire support or heal you in times of sorrow, and tell us how they support or help celebrate with you in times of joy. We love to hear from you. I can go first. For me, it's just recognizing that water is so important to me. I don't live near a large body of water, and I would like to, and I need to, and that submersion is something that I hope to build into my spiritual practice. What about you? Yes, taking a bath. Love that. Healing, Erica says, for her spirit. And how
I'll go.
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm a gardener, and there is something about earth and the changing seasons that every year I am just amazed at what dies and then the surprises that come back in spring. I'm thinking that plant was gone long time ago, and then it reappears. And so I love the magic of the earth and gardening. So I'm looking forward to spring.
Thank you. Ooh, I'm drawn to fire in the chat. Light candles every morning, every night. Fuel centers fires me like nothing else is. Mhm. Thank you. Dr. Sherry says, the trees are the non-human life forms that touch my soul and recenter me most often. Thank you. Just pausing here. Are there any more things bubbling up from you?
I'll go again. My 37-year-old son is teaching me how to swim, and I'm 68. So there's been something quite miraculous about learning how to breathe underwater. My son said the other day, Mom, you can't breathe through your nose underwater. Like, I know that, but the power of anxiety. So being transformed by my son at 37 and me at 68, water holds that miracle of birthing him in water. And now he and I are back in water together. Ooh.
Elise says, I feel nourished by mountain air when I'm in an elevation with clarity of breath, fresh breath. Dr. Pamela says, as a pagan priestess, I call on all of these energies every morning in my spiritual practice. They help me focus. Yes. Elise says, yep, loving it. There's such an incredible passage in the book Wintering about learning to swim in the cold ocean. Oof.
Mhm.
Thank you all for this sharing. I invite my colleague Erica to sing us closing music.
Thank you, Lucretia. The song is from Betsy Ross. It's a version from the Foothills Unitarian Universalist Church website that we saw and we liked. It's called Standing Like a Tree. If you know it, please just join in singing. Keep yourselves muted. Thank you. Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the roots till my heart is open to be standing like a tree. Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the roots till my heart is open to be standing like a tree. Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the roots till my heart is open to be standing like a tree. To be standing like a tree. To be standing like a tree. Thank you.
We close this circle now by sending the light. And as we extinguish these flames, we release those we have called in and venerated. We release earth, fire, water, sky, east, west, north, south, and we send the light and the heat of this sacred circle back to and forth from autumn past, winter present, future spring. Beloved school, go forth, go back, be loving, be loved. Each one of us a cell in the great healing. May we be as we are, the way. A matter a million times true. Amen, Amen, Ashe, and blessed be. I love you.